District, how you doing, District? I think this might be one of the bad game, of the worst games you ever played in your YouTube channel. District, how you doing? So, we had a brutal debate today. We had with Pillow and with Patro. We had a brutal debate of until some minutes ago. How are you doing? I had to Google this shit. So I have to collect light spheres, and they are a random drop from this thing. Is I googled and I went to Telopolos. I'm at 47 out of them. Interesting. Would you say that I'm 80%, 90% for it? By the way, if you wanted a debate, you have it today. I would encourage you to watch today's VOD. We had a triple debate about the Soviet Union and a lot of things today with Pillow and Patrick. Quite heated. No, was gonna ask you. You asked me. I was replying to a lot of them, and I couldn't reply to you. Drakensang has become a debate stream. well, 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 it's the case since there's no story, no conductive, no conductive element to draw the attention of the player, and it's just go there, farm, go there, farm. Indeed, is the perfect candidate to talk about politics as you, as in the background. Not only politics, philosophy and everything in general. As you, is the perfect candidate as we debate other things. In that sense, I appreciate it because most of the games that I always play, are like dedicate my full attention, and I cannot divide it with 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 the chat in a lot of cases, and with this one I can. In that sense, this one I can. I bet I will be able to do so with Diablo Immortal. In that sense. No, I was gonna ask you. You asked me about Sorry, I couldn't reply to you fully as I was chatting with two more. In that sense, with here with Patrick and another person. You asked me about what was the name of the streamer that made a revolt in New York. That one I show speed, I think it was. You asked me about or something like that. That I told you that he would go to jail. I was going to ask you why you asked me about him because of the revolt. Can I say that one? Why did you ask me about the revolt? You asked other politics streamers and you were waiting for my medieval crusader brutal opinion on it that I would send them to jail. I was going to ask you why that one. He did something terrible. I knew he had done a riot or those things. You were just curious because he is the biggest streamer on Twitch. Well, the what I was saying to you, the money of the Democrat Party and the votes. You ask me, and I stand by what I said. I would send the person to jail directly for starting a revolt. Directly. So yeah, I get it. In that sense, it was like that. And by the way, the district. Sorry if because I know that sometimes it can be boring, the debate part and everything when we get engaged in it. Me and some people of the chat, that maybe it's boring for you, so sorry. I know that maybe it's boring for you, that you like more the games in that sense, that you like the debate, but maybe I know that it's a bit little weight too much in a lot of cases. Sorry if it ever bores you in that sense, that part of it, because that maybe like makes you shut down and say, not again the philosophy. So yes, yeah. So people, I think we'll just have to go back to Telopolos, because here there's only two plans to farm that shit. Regarding the level design, wanna hear something? Sure, fire away. It's what I love the most. Listening to you, to Patrick, to Ambra, to Pillow, to all of you. It's what I love the most. Listening to you. I love that I don't have shy viewers. I love it that you all feel comfortable enough to share whatever you think with me. Regarding anything. That's why I have the MIA tag here. So no one is shy. In that sense. That's why I have the MIA tag. Anniversary on Drakensang was 21 days ago, and I'm still farming for the weapon. I think someone here got it. I don't remember who was, but someone here got that thing that you are mentioning. So you have been um, farming for Open 21 days ago. Can you imagine how stupid this game is? I told you, it was the one that had 0.5 drop rate. That one. 0.5 drop rate. That one. The drop rate. 0.5 was it. You mentioned it when with Ambras I was going to Atlantis, if I remember correctly. And the entries close to 0.5, and the entries you have to buy them with Undermant. I'm almost out. You are out of Undermant. No, it can't be. No, it can't be. You close to 0. No shit. That's their drop rate. You are running out of Undermant. Yep. No shit. No shit. Like the one to buy the inventory slots. But you've been playing the game for 10 years or more since launch, probably. Shit. You are running out of it. Damn it. They didn't measure the. They didn't calculate the drop rate with the farming rate of the player, of the average player. Shit, they don't know how to do math. Fuck. Yeah. Brutal. Yes, and every event requires so much Undermant. So they are pushing now the loyal old school players as well. I wonder if Ambra will run out of Undermant now. I'm wondering if we have to ask Ambra if he drops. The thing is that last time he was going to university for the first time. He was going to university for the first time. Last time on I think it was yesterday. 1 month ago I spent 800k Undermant. Shit. Now you spent 500k this time. Damn it. Damn it. Now, sadly, Amra is probably driving to university for the first time, getting to his first classes, but then it would be great to have him to ask if he's running out of Undermant for the weapon. Damn it. Damn it. Because I think only he survived the brutal grinding in that sense. The game is full laggy and stuff. Yeah, the other day I was trying to log to start a stream on Tuesday, and I was dropped into an empty map in which there were no textures. I had to restart. The community manager Bella is again on a vacation. She's on vacation for 2 weeks. She just was on a vacation 1 month ago. The girl is getting paid for nothing. She only takes vacations. Oh, we have yeah, but you know how it works, right? How it is. I can't reveal to you how it is. I bet you know it, but it's like this. You know a company called BlackRock District? You know that company that became quite huge during the Obama administration? You know that one? Nope. Okay, well, it's a huge company that there was something in 2008 called Movement Occupy Wall Street, right? Occupy Wall Street. Basically, the Obama administration did a lot of shit. Basically, the crash of the market that we all know, 2008. Occupy Wall Street. Basically, the Americans there were taking Wall Street, and the huge economic powers got scared of it. The company that I'm mentioning to you, there we go, we have 50. We've done it. Good. The Google guide was right. Let's go back there and turn in those. That company, BlackRock, spends a lot of got a lot of money. Basically, it had more than 50% of the actions of the stock market there over at Wall Street. Right? So they have a system. Then they established a system to ensure that Occupy Wall Street wouldn't happen again and people would get angry and, oh, fuck, a mob revolt that is going to kill all of us. So they invest. right? They invest in several companies and etc. But they have a scoring system of that is called I don't remember the acronym, but it's basically, yeah, I remember it. EGS. EGS. It's equality, diversity, and inclusion, and those things. Basically, something like that. It's EGS, something like that. I don't remember it precisely because I read it quite some years ago. So basically, that's a score, and they score companies by it, right? They score companies by it. If the company goes beyond a certain score of equality, diversity, and etc., and inclusion, they get the monies. They get the monies, the stock market investment from Mr. BlackRock, basically. The Democrat Party in a lot of cases as well. So, the Chinese companies, what do? They just love money. So, they bought your game, but I am quite sure that this person is there because she represents a lot of points to fulfill the score in which the stock market of that company that they will invest on you or the Chinese company, etc. Basically, that's the idea. The Chinese get the money indirectly from those privately through the stock market just by keeping the person there. And what we are wondering is when the monies to do this from the company that I'm mentioning they run out. When do they run out? When? Right now, the Chinese company is keeping her at that position without a doubt, and all of the incompetent individuals, especially in the software development industry more than any, because it's highly influential. There's a cultural influence on society. They get the money just from keeping her there, more than what you guys can give to the game, apparently. And even if you could give to the game more, they would pick it just like Disney, just like a lot of others, because they increase their score. So Bella, the person that you are mentioning, and etc., can get vacations because she represents a lot of points for the stock market investors. I don't know if you believe what I say or not. Regardless of it, hope it somehow at least is a logical explanation to give you. She just got hired, well, precisely to increase the scores. 1 year, I know, well, 1 year ago. She just got hired. And that's the point. She gives the company a lot of EGS score points. Precisely. When the game was profitable on its own, well, maybe they didn't need to resort to that. And now they do. Tell me this. Also, tell me this. Well, hopefully it was somehow a logical point of view on the situation. I think she's one of those issues. Do you believe that developers who are working in Drakensang don't know any English? I think yes, they must be all. I don't know. If you're a software developer, you have to know English, but in the case of this game, I've seen a lot of mistranslations as English teacher that I have been correcting. Like you working in a game and you don't know English. I've seen a lot of mistranslations. This is impossible. Yeah, no. They have to. That's the theory. But I've seen some mistranslations in this game. Yeah, I think they have to. Why you mention it? Yeah, they should. You cannot be a software developer without knowing English. You know why I'm saying this? Oh, damn it. Damn it, you're posing a good riddle to me, huh? District, you're posing a good riddle to me. Because they could fix the game and they don't because they're way too lazy. Yes, they have to know English. They have to know English to be a software developer. I did see some mistranslation errors, but still. Because they could fix the game. Because they are not on Discord or anything to communicate with the community. They basically don't exist to us. Our only communication with Drakensang is from Bella, the community manager. She communicates to them. Ah, okay, okay. Like, you are saying that they pretend to be only German speakers. Because the game was originally German. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chinese. Yes, okay. Okay, okay, like they are pretending that they don't understand it. No, well, that's a pathetic excuse. That's directly a pathetic excuse, District. Directly a pathetic excuse. No, I can tell you how it works. Hmm. It's related to what I mentioned. Yes, yep. It's precisely what I mentioned. Basically, it's like this. Since the company that I mentioned to you increase the stock market and everything, the theory is that the developers are some kind of uh, how do I put it? Uncivilized creatures. Like the theory is this: they know how to develop, but there are some kind of uncivilized creatures that don't know. They just don't care about the game. They want money only. Okay, yeah, there's that component, but the the mindset is that there are some kind of uncivilized creatures that should not have any connection with human beings. There's also that part of it, the cultural work environment that this company that I'm mentioning to you created through the technique that I mentioned to you. Yes, and then the equality diversity hires that I presume this person is because of the mechanism that I explained to you is put there to be like the visible face of it. And then generally it's a relative. There's also the local, in this case, European corruption because I don't think she's Chinese in that sense. Because of what I've seen, she didn't have the facial genetic features of a Chinese individual. She was like a local relative to who knows why, who made the deal with the Chinese company. With the Chinese, we don't even know the name of the devs or anything about them. For 4 years, we don't know who is working in this game. We just know is Big Point and Bella. Precisely that, because of this tactic that when BlackRock invests on millions of company, it does. Oh yeah, yeah, it's like that, the tactic, like like putting that front as a goal as the diversity and etc. See that it's never a man. See that it's never a man district. When was the last time you saw a male community manager? It's very rare. Only indie games have them. And even so, when you're giving that, hello, total how you'll find our peaceful days. But our lives will also be saved. So when the Chinese took the game, we have another community manager called Shanti. This guy was the worst human being possible. He got fired after 3 years, but guy got paid for doing nothing 3 years. Yeah, yeah. There's the local corruption with it. If someone makes a deal with it, and it's probably a relative of them or some shit like that. But on a bigger scale, it's like that. The idea is to isolate the development team from the actual players because supposedly the development team they are somehow uncivilized and they don't know how to deal with human resources would be that they don't know how to deal with human contact. Supposedly, that is the excuse, at least the excuse to then do to cover what you are mentioning. That they don't care and they just care about the fucking money, pretty much. But that is the excuse. That is the excuse. Pretty much, I would say. Regarding the game, that you mentioned to me, um, it's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity. I would tell you that the game that will give you back faith into this style of German developed isometric action RPG games, it will be Sacred 2. If you play Sacred 2, it will return. This game could be saved if some company would buy it. They would need to make drastic changes. Whoa, I was studying the last week. You got your hands full, same, impressing. See, for example, here, this one, District, about the translation. This one is impressive, and it says impressing. I've stumbled upon translation mistakes like this all the time. This is like common, for example. Here is impressive. This was either translated with, because it's a basic mistake that I cannot believe a normal translator made. It's either a machine trying to do it or whatever, I don't know. But like that, they are sorry. It would be a good as community manager for games. Me, District? No, I can't. The second I spoke about, well, I wouldn't in that case if I got properly paid. I wouldn't talk about politics. Yeah, you are right. In that sense, I wouldn't. Your communication skills are good. No, you mentioned it because of the English. You mentioned it because I'm fluent in English. You are mentioning it because of that. Well, I don't know how charismatic I could be in that sense, District. I don't know how charismatic I could in that sense. No. Mm. The very few good communication skills I could have, English, and you read also a lot of books. You know how to speak to people. Well, it's related to another thing. You know that all of my exams were oral. Maybe it's because of this that you perceive it as good. I'll let others be the judges of it, not me. For me, I'm just completely average. Let me be a bit humble here. But any good perception that you may have is because my exams were all oral. They weren't written, and they were in front of 120 people over at law school. Terrible days. That's why I told you that I would research about the universe the day before to try to disperse, to disperse the tension in front of 120 people. Like, yeah, it was absolutely brutal. But well, I would have still wished, I would have still wished even back then, that they were written because I was better at that. But they know it was a strong hand. I forget most of the old people and Shamas are dead. It's also way through their loss with the matter. So is that our punishment because of that? And second, I don't know if I told you, my family does, as I told time and time again on stream. I really, my family really lives of condo management, and that implies dealing with people all the time, and I help my parents with that, and that gives me more money than any other job that I've done, and I do the English teaching and the software development. In the case of law, I didn't like it in that sense, but it implies dealing with people all the time. Yes, it's true. Maybe it's because of that. And well, you flatter me. That is like that. Of course, in that position, no. If I got paid, I wouldn't. In that case, I wouldn't talk about politics. I do it here because I'm the owner of the channel. At the end of the day, it's like I'm the owner of the business, so I can do it. But if I were hired to do that, I would do that. And yes, pretty much. Well, thank you, District. Thank you, District, for that. Really love it to speak to people. And here I thought Everyone hated me the second I opened my mouth. And here I thought that everyone hated me the second I opened my mouth. When I start saying those crazy things about metaphysics. When I start saying those crazy things about metaphysics. No, you would be surprised. This guy, I'm quite shy. I'm a quite shy person, or I was at least most of my life. I was always quite reserved, but I understood that I told this to Patrick that unwillingly sometimes when I was shy, uh, people would take it as something aggressive if you don't talk to them. So in that sense, I had to learn how to deal with that. That's like your friends or family or people you work with know you're streaming too. My parents do know it, and one friend from law school, but they don't have the address of the channel. They don't. And friends from Star Wars Your Republic, internet, like IRL. You're asking IRL. My parents know, but they don't have the address. And my friends from law school, they know, they don't have the address. Yeah, okay. They know and they don't have the address. They know it, but they don't have the address. They don't have the address in that sense. No, I don't show it to them. They know it and everything. Because I know people don't know that Twitch exists. No. My friends from Star Wars: Your Republic Offline do know, like, but they are mostly from the US. I chat with them a lot offline during the weekends and etc. And we play together. They do know it. Some of them follow the channel and everything, but they just have their lives. In the case of IRL, my only family is my parents that I precisely live with. They know it. They support any activities. I told you that as I will inherit condo management in that sense, and it's a good. They support it. They don't have the address, but they know about it. And IRL friends. I have my good friend from law school. He knows and he doesn't have the address. There are like 90% of people who don't know anything about Twitch. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's more or less like that. Where you were curious about that district. You were curious about that. Yes, I could have a lot of people watching me locally from Argentina and etc. Yeah, you're curious about that. They could, yeah, I could have it, but it's not what I'd like. It's not what I'd like. I like earning things just like the rest. I'm already way too used to be privileged, like in my everyday life. So it's a bit more. It should be called Batman's syndrome. You know that for example, Batman always he was like a millionaire, and he. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. Good to know you have IRL people supporting you for doing this. Yes, supporting. No, they accept it. They just accept it. They just accept it. It's like that. It should be called Batman syndrome. Like I'm not millionaire, but also uh, not poor precisely, let's say in the middle, which is more than one what people could say nowadays, and in that sense, uh, I'm already privileged enough in IRL, so I like doing it like everyone else would uh, here in that sense. Batman syndrome. You know that Batman was like that. He was at the mansion and everything, and then when he would put the mask, he would like merge with the normal population like that. Low profile. I believe in low profiles. You know me in my page, right? Alone, separated from me, is the spirit of the shadow of heaven, not the dark shape that occurs in light. It is all the inner work and different for me. I cannot fathom the surprise of. It is true that I cannot fathom the surprise of some people from law school if they would. Their reaction would be brutal if they saw me do this. I cannot fathom their reaction because over at law school I was extremely serious. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I was precisely as I described to you because I was in attention. I was in tension because of in a state of constant tension, naturally, because of the exams and everything. And really, no one ever got the. Only this person that I'm telling you, only one friend, got to know me like in a bit more relaxed way. It would be way too much of a psychological impact for a lot of people in that sense. Um, Even more that I use the knowledge that I was given there. A friend is gone. He was kidnapped by the malicious creature that just appeared out of nowhere and filled the doom we right. Still, the dark bright. I felt so dizzy. Otherwise, I would have saved your comrade most heroically. The villain surged through the library, moving like a floating cloud, a cloud made of pure terror. When this unpleasant dark foe, I met the wanderer. I met the dark wanderer here. That idea is taken straight out of Diablo. I met the trapped soul here, the tormented soul. Quite good storyline. It's an absolute pity that they didn't put in voice actors for this. Absolutely terrible. By the way, District, if you mention the part of the community manager for to offer me any position, it would always be an honor. But I don't know if I would have the time. I don't know why you said it in that sense. Just a random thought of that. If you say it like that, you can give me the job details. I give you my complete CV that includes a bit more things, and you can tell me. But I don't think it was in that sense. But just in case. But just in case, I don't know. Unless it's in a very dangerous country, no worries. In that sense, uh, uh, because of that. No, I knew it. It was more like a curiosity that you have. He sprinted forward and Badaram saw the lantern. If when this unpleasant dark foe saw the lantern, he sprinted forward and Balaram took it as if it was his long lost treasure. I couldn't see his face, but I sensed pure evil, I swear. Before they vanished, I heard your friend saying, I know what you're looking for. You'll find it in Fiberog. And then a swoosh, and they disappeared. I wanted to confront the spiteful white distorter, but he was faster than my little paper pages could move me. Okay, we have to search for that one. Oh, no quest guidance. Yeah, curiosity. Love and yeah, curiosity. Okay. Yeah, I presume that. I presume that much. Yeah. It would be like that, but no, know that I understood that most people do need um, a smile to trust you, and in that sense, I was terrible at that. I was like extremely serious, and while I wasn't aggressive, yeah, I was always like this, quite polite and everything. I was more unexpressive of my thoughts, much more reserved and unexpressive of my thoughts, precisely. And in that sense, I must say that uh, that precisely chatting with people throughout 4 years through the streams, even if it was occasionally, and with my friends from law school after I released all that tension, really helped me uh, improve those communication skills. Also with software development, also because I had to communicate with other people of my teams and etc. So it helped the part that I had a memory. I have a pretty good memory. I could like memorize a lot of things without issues. Isn't that Flyborog the zone that in that fateful day with Ambra wasn't on the map? It was some shit like this over here. Isn't it that shit over here? Wasn't it something like that? I think it was that lost part of the map that didn't appear, that Flyborog there that was outside of the map. I think it was over here, people, if my memory serves me right. Something like that. No, it wasn't here. It was in no available guidance. In the suburb of Cardhun. Search for the portal in the suburb. Ah, no, wait. In the suburb. Wait. It's over there. Okay. My bad. It's a different map. It's a new map. So, yeah, out of curiosity, I must been quite the curious phenomenon the first time you stumbled upon me on stream when I was playing Drakensang, the Dark Eye. You like card games Indeed, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, Pokemon TCG, I played it, the original one. I like card games, indeed, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm quite good at playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I have an offline reverse engineered server of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Master. Oh, yeah, I play very good. I have created a deck with a composition with my original cards. Wait, I can show you my decks. I played only one, and there was Hearthstone. That is good. I wanted to try something like that. Sadly, time has not helped me. Here I can show you my collections, for example. Here I can show you, for example. Here I can show you. Well, they dropped there, made a bit of a noise. Here you can see I have my team of lost memories here of the Pharaoh, quite beautiful, and inside of it I have my cards. Here I can show you. For example, I have this beautiful box, and I have my and here I have my cards. Here I have my cards. This is my deck with my stuff here. These are my cards. They're in Spanish, some of them they're in English. Like that. Damn. Yeah. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It was a quite influential part of my childhood. You told me that you were also from the 90s, more or less. So yeah, it's an influential part of our lives. Then of course everyone had their own tastes, but pretty much, yeah. It's not that I have a lot of modern cards; they are all old, but I could create a composition, for example, for that I have a whole part of my bookshelf full of cards of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I also have Pokemon TCG cards. I could show you the boxes, but they are like way too trapped in between my bookshelves here. I could then take a photo and show you over at Discord, so you see them. But yeah, you also have the Pokemon TCG cards. I have, well, I don't know if I should say this on stream, but I do have the Charizard famous card from the 90s, the first edition holographic one in Spanish. I have a version of it. I have Pokemon TCG cards. I have the original ones. I know that to summon Exodia you need all his parts. I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, yeah. You know that to summon Exodia you need all his parts, like the gloves, the hand, etc. And I think it's the strongest one. No one can be... Yeah, that is in the first chapter. This is in the first chapter. Yes, no. The thing is that the combined effect of Exodia is that the person wins the match, but it's generally not a tactic that you would see nowadays, because nowadays it's about suppression. It's more about suppression, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's more about it has become so fast, it has degenerated so terribly that it's more about suppression rather than a back and forth relationship. I would encourage you to check out the older Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what most of the original player base thinks about when they do. In that sense, it's way nostalgic. Yeah, that is in the first chapter of the anime, that no one can beat Exodia. There are memes about it as well. In that sense, yeah, the effect of the card is that in that sense, but you have generally it's not the way. Generally, that is a way too slow tactic to unite those, unless you are playing an older version of the game. In an older version of the game, maybe it's a valid tactic. For example, if you like to experience the original one, you can play the very original essence of Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play Power of Chaos, the Power of Chaos trilogy on PC. It's amazing. You unlock the different cards, and then the best games are, as I said, Nightmare Troubadour, the DS line, Nightmare Troubadour, GX Spirit Color, and 5D over the Nexus. That's for Nintendo. For the PSP, you have all of the tag tournament duel ones, the tag team 1 to 7 that were translated by passionate fans. The last ones, the number 6 and number 7. And of course, modernly Master Duel. If you play Master Duel on PC, I think it's free to play. It takes you through different eras in that sense. It takes you through different eras and you do those things. So yeah, I have Pokemon TCG, then have some boxes. They are all from the original 90s. I don't have modern Pokemon TCG cards. They're all old from the 90s, and then of course digitally, yes, I do play the games. I just remember, since you finished Titan Quest, yes. No, I didn't. I didn't. I will finish it next time, probably. I didn't. I didn't finish it. I got up until the end of the Ragnarok expansion. I don't know if you watched it. I don't know up to which point you watched it. I got up to Asgard. I need to get through Asgard, the final zone. What will you play now on Tuesday? No, no, no. Once I finish, I will... It is true, we need to pick the next ones. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing is a good candidate. Torchlight 2, the Synergies mod, I always wanted to play it. It was until you said you finished it. No, that I would finish it that day. Yeah, no, but then I got a bit delayed. I got a bit delayed with some of the quests. Then I got a bit delayed. I got a bit delayed in Asgard. You should make a vote poll in Discord. Yeah, that's the weak part about my stream district. I guess I am terrible for those things in that sense. I'm terrible for those things. I like really don't have the time in that sense, but I can. What you would like me to offer several options? And that you guys vote. You'd like something like that to give you several options from different genres. I do variety. They won't all be isometric action RPG games. We'll do some variety. So I will always try to keep an isometric action RPG. I'll be honest with you. So Umbra, Patrick, you always have like alternatives to Drakensang Online that can expand the horizon. I like that. But then we can do other... If it were for me, I would play something so weird, you guys wouldn't have the slightest idea what the fuck I'm doing on screen, like Starpoint Gemini 2. In that sense. That I always wanted to play that game, for example. Or, I don't know. I don't know. Overlord. I don't know if you've ever seen Overlord. It's like Pikmin. Or Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Those ones, and you put there the game. You have on your Discord where you type a plus sign. See the one, yes, the one with which you upload images, and with which you upload images. You upload images and well, videos. You click on that and create a poll and put there the games. Yeah, and you would be interested in that district that I gave you from different genres, more variety. Okay. It will be interesting because, for example, some viewers like more console games. Yeah, that. Okay. I can do it. I can grab. But right now we are on to the Halloween special you asked me about. And I promise you the Darkness too, that I could play that one. We are on to the Halloween special. Not only me, but people on your Discord can vote. No, I know. That's the point. See what most people want. Okay. Oh, it's a good idea. But you also asked me for the Halloween special as well. You know that my birthday is October 24th. Then I have to ask you all your birthday dates. There we go, we found it. It was this one. Yeah, that is on 31st of October. Yeah, I'm quite close. We can begin like that week. Like a Hallows End week. Another 3,000 battery fragments. You had the right idea when this happened to me. Oh, you brought me the fragments. Who designed this level structure of player? Go, do a portion of the story, then... no. You have to go farm. Do another portion of the story, player. No, now you have to go farm. Again, it's the most disruptive... No, it's the second most disruptive level design storyline that I've seen. The second one. You on December the 5th is your birthday. Okay, you are close to when I stop streaming. I generally stop by December 15th until January 15th or something like that. Though this is the first year that I have a lot of people, I don't know how I would do it to leave you all for a month. I would miss you a lot. It's good. Alright, December 15th. Okay. You're by the end of the year. You know that here in Argentina you would have like everyone deserves a break. Some break is good also. Everyone deserves a break. Smile. I also do. Yeah. This time I will take the break as always, but I will miss you all a lot this time because this year it's been like so many of you. Poor Patrick, I will feel so terrible for Patrick. I'll feel so terrible. December is the most busy month of the year. No, not in Argentina. If you had been born here, everything dies by the end of November. Because the summer and the winter are the opposite. You would be right at the start of the summer holidays. It would be exactly the opposite. You know that we are getting into the spring here. It's the opposite in the southern hemisphere compared to the northern hemisphere. We are getting into the spring because of how the planet rotates. Yeah, but in terms of work, for example, the same here. Everything dies by... You have to work a lot and it's not here. Here, everything dies by the end of November. December, January, and then February we return. We have no schools, no judicial system in January, for example. No judicial system. Barely have time to do anything. It's the opposite here. It's exactly the opposite here. It's as if there you would have been born like at the beginning of you have the... Whoa, yeah. It's like that. Yes. It's as if there you would have been born at the beginning of... You have the summer holidays in July, August, more or less. Something like that. It's as if you had been born right at the beginning of it. Like at the perfect spot. By the way, yeah, pretty much. Right at the perfect spot. So before I go, because I generally finish by half of December, precisely, I will remember to wish you a happy holiday that week. A happy birthday that week. Yes, it's like that. It's like that. Oh, look at this. This one doesn't have a shield, but it's brutal. I wonder if I can freeze him. It's like that. I know that for you it's exactly the opposite. It's exactly the opposite. So yeah. Is he taking damage? But back to Drakensang, can you rate the game so far from 1 to 10? Sure. I will get to the final analysis. I don't know if you ever watched any of my final analysis, what I do by the end of it. I will get to the final analysis. Don't know if you've ever seen one of my crazy final analysis, and I awarded a qualification. For now, for all of the elements that I've seen, in the current state it is in because of the story and everything. It gives you a lot of hours of content, but it's not the longest game ever. Sacred 2 is longer. The level design, it follows the structure of a game called Monster Hunter. To understand the level design and the story of the game, you need to play Monster Hunter, or Japanese monster hunting clones, in that sense, like God Eater. Because of the disconnection of the story and everything, you are bursting the bubble of the surprise once I get... For how long have you played Drakensang Online so far? 3 months. I measure it in hours. I think I have them on Steam. I can tell you. But I can assure you that Sacred 2 took a year. Took a year and 2 days a week. Here, well, this one is 2 days a week because the third one is for the other one. No, it would be the same. My bad. Yeah, Sacred 2 took a year, for example. Yeah, I think so. 1 year. Yes, trust me. The game that will show you the idea of Drakensang Online did appropriately is Sacred 2, for example. Let me check that you asked me. I don't want to show my thingy here. Hang on a second, Dietrich. Hang on a second. I think I can tell it to you. Over on my profile, it should say it. It says so for Star Wars: Your Republic, and it said it for this one. 97.4 hours so far. 97.4 hours. In the case of Sacred 2, yeah. If we measure it in months, it was a whole year almost. It was the game that I played right before you discovered the stream. Right before I started Drakensang. In fact, I started Drakensang 1, and when you start playing it the first time, the qualification so far it's a C+. It's a 6.5. It's a 6.5 so far. Because of the lack of quality of life improvements to the experience rate that it hasn't adapted to times, it's an absolute lack of versatility. However, the base mechanics of the game are properly implemented, and it's a gem that is absolutely rough, but it had a lot of things to improve. For example, the fact that the storyline is not voice acted. Hope you will talk about the company too, and the devs and community manager and everything at the end. I include all of those things when I comment about it. And the first thing that I will mention is that the glory days of this game were precisely different, with all of the experiences that Patrick and you and Ambra told me about it, and Flying Energies and Ender and Axis that had told me about the game. In that sense, yes, but I can assure you that the game that will show you this formula done correctly is Sacred 2. It's much bigger than this being an offline game. This thing is not taking damage. Being an offline game, and it will show you all of the great ideas. Light Essence, the thing that I have been collecting. This one. Okay, I get it. See, for example, that is not even explained at all. For example, so the darkness was this guy. Okay. Damn it, didn't measure that. Okay, sorry, I was focusing on that. Thank you, District. The fact that it's a pity that this game didn't have a voice storyline, and that it wasn't connected. Like, it was as simple as adding this Soul Collector as a combined element throughout the whole game. Otherwise, it has the level design structure of World of Warcraft. But even worse, I think he already died. Yeah, there. But the one game that will make you understand the level design structure of this one, the mistakes, is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter has a worse level design structure than this game. And it follows the same pattern that I was mentioning to Ambra the other day. Fight monster, loot materials from monsters, Go back to town, craft. Craft better gear. There's not even a skill tree in Monster Hunter. It's all extrinsic, the stat system. This one at least includes a bit of intrinsic stat system with the skill trees. So that's why I would say the second most disruptive. The most disruptive is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is there's no story. There's no story. It's the absolute worst level design structure that I've seen. Monster Hunter. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love that game. It's the worst level design structure that I've seen. It's the worst. The worst. No one can get into that game easily. No one. No one. And it's more grindy than this. Imagine. And it's offline, so you also don't have the component of sharing time with people to figure things out or being helped. So imagine that. The uninvited guest. The 6.5 so far is because of all of those things. I will get into 4 hours of reasons once I get to the final analysis. I don't know if you ever watched any of the crazy final analysis, but I will give 4 hours of reasons at least. A whole stream only talking about the reasons why I award the final qualification. But so far it would be along those. It's just that the experience rate is brutal. And on top of that, the part of the developers not fixing any of that precisely. Sorry in advance, District, and anyone else watching, if you love the game and everything, but my analyses are harsh. It's just that you all met me relatively recently. I am quite harsh regarding those things. What I can promise you is that I will always give you logical reasons as to why I increase or lower a score at the end of the day. I always give reasons and compared examples. About the poll at Discord, I have several ideas. Will be quite interesting because some will be more console oriented, other ones will be more PC oriented. Free, I am free. Haha, Yahoo! This feels so great. I remember again, I lost my freedom here, and I gained it back here as well. My home, but a lot has changed, and many of my friends seem to be gone. I lured the Soul Collector to this place to see it one last time. Yeah, vote poll is good. Okay, we'll see what with the plus sign, and instead of uploading an image, it's that. Okay, I'll check for it. Otherwise, I can Google. Okay, we'll see. It will be interesting to see how many of you actually vote and what you vote. But just know that my proposals are quite crazy. I try to keep it in reasonable terms. I will include a reasonable section and then an unreasonable section, more or less. I guess unreasonable poll. I should do it. Of course, one of the days will be saved for you that you set Diablo Immortal. Then when I finish Titan Quest, I can pick another isometric one, and then a crazy unreasonable one maybe for the third day. Yeah, maybe like that. One unreasonable, one that you asked about it. Diablo Immortal, do it only after you finish with Drakensang. No, yes, of course. No. Of course. Yeah, like main one. You meant that you thought it as I would replace Titan Quest with it. Well, yeah, it was another idea. Okay. After Drakensang, yeah. It's a good take on it. Yeah, it's a good take. It's a good take because it would be also long. I don't know how long it may be. Path of Exile could be another one. Yeah, don't replace Titan Quest with Diablo Immortal. You like Titan Quest now. You can only play another game as a service online in the same Slave Thorn, a new truth seeker, and we all truth seekers. I will search for my friends in all corners of the underworld if necessary. But before, take this book page as a thank you. The collector had it, but I don't know why he needed it. Farewell, my friend. Yeah, Immortal can't wait. You can play another game. Diablo Immortal can wait. You like Titan Quest, I see, because you didn't want it replaced after I'm done with it. You like Titan Quest a bit. I told you that the skill tree was. You could see that the skill tree was the same. They copied it here like 100%. It's amazing. It's. I watched the VOD when I. Yeah, you watched the VODs when you. Well, that warms my heart. You should have told that to me earlier. I take for granted that no one watches the VODs. except for YouTube more like that. You watch them when you eat, or I farm in Dragon. You watch them like offline. It's interesting the crazy stuff I talked about this week with Patrick, for example. That's the Twitch ones instead of the YouTube ones, for example, or the YouTube ones maybe as I add the timestamps. Damn, that warms my heart, District. That warms my heart whenever someone tells me specifically that they watch the VODs. That one, with all the crazy stuff I chat about with Patrick this week, you could see them. Well, today, the one about today that Pillow and Patrick we talked about it. Well, that one is a feast in that sense. But I don't know. It warms my heart. It warms my heart. It warms my heart. That's the best thing uh, you can tell to anyone, or at least me in my case. I appreciate it even more than the yeah. For example, I make a video. You make a video for flying, and I farm in Drakensang. Well, with flying energies both open to find good moments for a video. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. And I farm in Drakensang with flying energy both open to find the good. But that like you edit the videos for him maybe like that because you said you make a video for him like out of a clip in that sense. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, like that, like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like that. Well, that is the best thing. You are. I edit them. Okay, okay, okay. I get it. I get it. You edit them. I directly upload them without editing. Eat the fucking 4 hours. Eat the fucking 4 hours. Eat the fucking 4 hours. Here you go. Some timestamps. Eat the fucking 4 hours. I'm not a good editor. I'm just like a casual editor. No worries, no worries, sister. No worries, no worries, no worries. No. Eat. My philosophy is eat the fucking 4 hours. I am not interested in people who are looking for a 10 minute or even half an hour bot. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in people. They can go. If you don't have the attention span, if you don't have the attention span to watch a long conversation, if you don't have time, if people don't have time, I understand it. But then you can fraction it in different days. That's why I wanted the 15 days or YouTube balls endlessly. If you don't have the attention, this is my policy. If you don't have the attention span to to get into the topic that I'm talking about and go through the mental process of the bare minimum. Uh, Pay attention for prolonged periods of time. Sorry, as a viewer, really, if you don't have any interest at all, and all you expect is for me to do precisely like the one that you mentioned, the Kaizenat, the the other one I show speed those, and it's just brain dead, brain dead laughter. If it's just going to fill a void in your miserable life without making you reason about anything in the metaphysical plane of time and space about the universe and reality, no, you're better with them. That's my policy. Quite aggressive policy, some would qualify it, but it's not really aggressive. It's a filter. It's a filter. It's a filter to, to ensure that only the people who have the very minimum qualities of a reasonable person actually watch. That's the idea. When mankind usurped more of the fairy beasts' territory, the world of the creatress became their last haven. Ataya herself gave them an artifact to ensure their protection from the demons. I had the power to control the callous guardians of the underworld. Okay, so it's pretty much like that. Uh, I do not actually pretend anyone to watch the entire 5 hours. Some people have done it, that they've told me, or at the YouTube bots, or 1 hour. Now I split them into 2 hours, something like that. I try to split them into 2 hours and 2 hours. But if you don't do the bare minimum of paying attention, go with Mr. Senat or whatever. They will give you a nice a nice soup of brain dead content, so you can be and the zombification is complete. In that sense, that's my message to the overall population of YouTube. In that sense. I'm the worst streamer ever, people, huh? I'm the worst. The worst of the worst. I'm the worst ever. Did you help your friend? Oh, what a relief. You took revenge for defiling this sacred place. Oh, and for taking your friend away, of course. So what's next? What see there what's next should be. That one also feels unnatural. You could say that one, but still, what's next is more sounds more natural. Finally, time for a little vacation. I can make you a list of popular tourist spots. It's the underworld, but not the wardrobe of Mortis. Huh. I'm such a little rascal. If you love beaches, I can suggest the Ocean of Bones and oops, I forgot that it disappeared thanks to a Mattery storm. What about a field full of flowers? If you don't have allergies, Elysium will be an enjoyable place for you. Twi Twiwildale? Well, it's a very green place, but a little dark. Not recommendable for tanning. But your choice. Nerina is there. Will she take back what she has sealed away? When you arrive, it would be good to talk to Kara. I always say it is better to face your past instead of running from it. I wasn't happy when Baylor threw me into the sea after losing a game of 9 men's Morris. Thankfully, I was found by young J. Alado. If life wants to drown you, learn to swim like Oceanus. Interesting. See, all of this zone should have been voice acted. Should have been voice acted, 100%. No, but it warms my heart what you mentioned. It warms my heart what you mentioned, District, that about the boats because it's the best thing ever. Even more than the live stream in a lot of cases because that is really choosing to spend your time watching all of those things in that time. So yeah, it's like that. It's like that because it means that the person I was told that by the uh, both by Crowbar that you might have seen over at Discord and here the other day. I think that he, for example, is very busy. Crowbar always a salute. He's one of my oldest viewers. Yeah, when I eat or farming, you watch the stuff. You don't watch any TV show. Yeah. It's healthier. It's healthier. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you in that sense because otherwise, TV is brain dead in a lot of cases. As I told you, I watch cartoons. I watched some of that. We talked about Naruto and the other ones the other day. I watch cartoons really from the early 2000s. Invader Sim. I love Invader Sim, for example, or Mega XLR. If Mega XLR does not make you laugh, that one will show you the true meaning of comedy. Mega XLR is the funniest cartoon I've seen. There's no way one does not laugh with Mega XLR, for example. Very few people know about it. It's quite obscure. Megas XLR. There were only 13 episodes, something like that, only one season. So yeah. It's more like that. Can you type it? Sure. No. XLR, like just 3 letters. X. Sure. Here, give me a sec. It has a nice tune to it. Living here in Jersey, fighting aliens from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. Megas XLR. Like that. Like Megas XLR. Like this. This is the correct style of the letters. The correct typography. Like that. Like with that one. It's so obscure. That one rivals Invader Sim. That one rivals Invader Sim. The situations it creates. It's about mechs fighting each other. It's about mechs fighting each other with a guy from Jersey in the United States. You have no idea what it is. You have no idea what it is. Every single, at least for me, it has the best sense of humor I've seen. It's subtle. It's absolutely subtle, but it laughs at human stupidity. Yeah. Wait, you know about it? No, it can't be this trick. Unless you never told me your age. You never told me your age, but you said from the 90s. That one is from the early 2000s, but it was cancelled so fast that barely anyone watched it. I know it. You know it. You swear to me you know it. You swear to me you know it. You swear to me you know it. It's way too difficult for that to happen. You know it. It can't be. It can't be. It's difficult for me to believe that. You know good old Coop and James and Kiva. And that one. Of course, also if you don't want to laugh, but if you can have some good moments, the original Teen Titans from 2003 is a classic. But that one is more about drama, in that sense. I have a... You know it. You know Mega XLR. You know that one. Damn it. Then you must be a kid from the 90s exactly like me. I'm from 1995. I told you. No need to tell me you, but because of the tastes that you are mentioning, the ones that you saw, that you watched, Hidden in Path, I'm not sure. Wait, you definitely knew about it. 30? No way! You are exactly my age. You are from 95. From 1995. We're from the same year. We were born in 1995, and you said December the... We are only some few days of difference. Some very few days of difference. I'm 29 and you're a tiny bit some days older than me. Well, no way. God damn it. God damn it, you're only... We were born almost at the exact moment. You are from 95. 1995. Ah, no, no, no. You could be from 94. If you're already 30. And you are turning 31 this year. 1994. You would be closer to Flying Energy's 4. You are like flying energy. Okay, okay. 1 year before. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, almost the same. We three. You, me, and Flying Energies. Almost the same. Almost the same. Uh, okay, now that explains a lot of things. Why you tolerate a lot of the things that I say. Now it makes sense. Now a lot of things make sense. So you watched Mega XLR. Now I believe it. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. So you both are 94 model, and I am 95. Okay, okay. I would be the Ferrari F50. It was 1995, and you would be I think the Lamborghini. Which one was it? The Lamborghini Diablo was 94. I think 1 year before it. I think it was like that. You know what? I'm curious. I'm already surprised that someone watched Mega XLR. If you remember it, you have to rewatch it. You have to rewatch it. It's the best. There's no way Mega XLR does not read. Life and Louie. You know this one? No. No. I've never heard of it. It must have been from a different signal than Cartoon Network, as that one was the one that I watched the most. Life with Louie. I don't know. That one must be quite obscure. Smile. It was Cartoon Network for Fox Kids. I get it. Yeah, no, I didn't watch that one that much. No, I get it. I get it. I have one that is also quite obscure for you. Yin Yang Yo. What about that one? And Chaotic. That one. You have to watch Chaotic. You have to watch Chaotic. If you like the card games, Chaotic is for you. No, I had the cartoon for you. No, I had a moment of brilliance. You have to watch Chaotic. I know it. Yeah, no, damn it, damn it. You have to watch Chaotic. The best Danish Yin Yang Yo. You know Yin Yang Yo. Okay, okay. And Chaotic, the one for you is Chaotic. If you somehow can go through something like Yu-Gi-Oh, if you could go through something like Yu-Gi-Oh, Chaotic is more dynamic. Chaotic. Yeah, no, the one for you is Chaotic. chaotic. That one, that one is the one from you. It was right beside Yin Yang Yo, so I don't know how you didn't watch it. It's right. It was right beside Yin Yang Yo, but it was older. It's the best Danish creation in the world. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but much more dynamic. It was so ahead of its time. You have no idea how many things that shit predicted, just like Yu-Gi-Oh, but it predicted so many things that you cannot even imagine. For example, digital card games as well, and chaotic. Oh, whoa! I didn't see. You have to watch that one. You have to watch that one. You have to do it. It's 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 absolutely brilliant. The first season is different from the second and the third, but it's absolutely brilliant. There's no way you don't fall in love with that one. You don't fall. Life with Louis, I didn't know about it. I will research it as well. Mostly I watch Cartoon Network, but the few ones it was right beside Yin and you. Okay, I will. No. Chaotic, you have to. You have to. If you somehow can tolerate Yu-Gi-Oh, that one is more dynamic, so you will fall in love with that one. That one is the one. Is the one. Is the best creation of Denmark. It's the best thing that they created a lot of things among them a lot of vaccines and etc and a lot of brain research and development, but the cult is the best cultural creation of Denmark alongside Hugo maybe, but chaotic is on a whole other level. It's much better. It's much better. Chaotic is it predict. You will be surprised how many things that she predicted about humanity. It's like one after the other, and one after the other, and one after the other. I will watch it. Smile. No. You will remember me forever for recommending that one. That's for sure. Chaotic is like a European version of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a European version of Yu-Gi-Oh, so we can all relate to that one directly as EU people in that sense. It's amazing the creativity that the person had, because it also has a component of Pokemon, because they don't get the cards naturally like you would in a normal game. It's absolutely majestic. The first season is more like strict, but the second and the third one they changed the art style and it was more story oriented. It has some amazing stories in it with the very cards in that sense. It's absolutely majestic. If you get to any of the episodes, I love the episode of the desert wonder, and the best part is that the card game does exist. It's just that it's dead. I hope it makes a comeback someday. I don't know how they didn't continue exploiting it. In that sense, one of the episodes I remember, one of my favorite ones. They are kind of like isolated, but in one of the episodes, the wanderer of the desert, that 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 pretty much the players wanted to scan the creature. I always remember that episode that says every beginning is an end, every end is a beginning, and they thought you and well, there's a storyline there and good, and I love how they handled a bit more, how they disguised some more mature messages. It's extremely subtle. It's pretty well done. Pretty well done. It's pretty well done in that sense. That one, that one should have been the real competition of Yu-Gi-Oh, not Magic the Gathering, if you ask me, because of how well they developed the cultural impact it could have. It could have been extremely popular in Europe. It could have been the European Yu-Gi-Oh, that one. It could have been, but yeah, the power of Magic the Gathering was way too much. I hope it does make a comeback without a doubt. The creator said on Twitter that he was thinking about it, but well, it's still a distant dream. It's a real card, though, that one. And then, regarding laughs, I want to know your opinion, District. Invader Sim, there's no way you didn't watch Invader Sim. Opinion on Invader Sim, I need that one. Sorry, I cannot continue with my life without that. Opinion on Invader Sim, I love Invader Sim. And the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, of course. But Invader Sim. Oh, what about that one? What about Invader Sim? Could you get the privilege of watching Invader Sim? What about that one? Invader Sim, I think it's the. Few people know that they did the end, that the creator returned for the ending. It's a movie, Enter the Florpus. You have it. It was in 2019. The thing is that due to the pandemic, no one knows about it. About Invader Sim. There are so many living people around here, surely stand out. Narina told me about that she went to the Twisted Woods, a dangerous place like a giant maze. If you go astray, you will be lost in it forever, but if you insist on going, talk with Aidan at the entrance of the wood. He can give you useful advice. So, at least one more person in the world knew about Mega XLR. This is a miracle, people. And, and well, I didn't expect that one, huh? You surprised me there, District. You surprised me there with Mega XLR. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. That one and Invaders. It's absolutely majestic. Absolutely majestic. Absolutely majestic. With all of the shit we have nowadays, you know that I don't watch anything past 2010. I just can't bring myself to do so. It's just such a difference in quality of creativity and freedom that the difference is so blatant that there's nothing I can do. That there's nothing I can do between the shows that we had back then and now. And as we discussed, it's not about nostalgia, honestly. It's not just my personal opinion. You can objectively detach the amount of freedom and tell the amount of freedom that they had back then with those things. In that sense, they were for all of the family. In that sense, and they didn't take children for stupid. That's the problem with modern cartoons. They take children for stupid. In that sense, and children are not stupid. In fact, they are quite intelligent, and they should be fed good stimuluses. In that sense, not stupid things like, for example, compare the original Teen Titans from 2003 and Teen Titans Go. It's an insult. It's a fucking insult. It's an absolutely fucking insult what they did. The degenerates, in that sense. You can only call them degenerates. It's what they are. And yeah, things like the ones that we've been mentioning, they're quite good. Even look, Yin Yang Yo, the one that I just mentioned some seconds ago to District. Anyone watching this as a YouTube or Twitch world, Yin Yang Yo, even that one that was Canadian is by the creators of Drama Island. That Drama Island was also on its own style, but quite decent, not good, decent. But like in the sense of a comedy, it was like a comedy. That one is Canadian. Yin Yang Yo is Canadian, and it was silly. It was silly, but even like that, and the creators of that shit was this. Welcome to the Twisted Woods. This place houses many secrets, but beware, it is easy to get lost in here. In here, this is a mistake, or here. In here would be, because we're already inside. Use the ranger tree stumps to unlock the exits to other areas of the woods. Sometimes you have to decide which trunk you want to activate. Note that you can never go back to the area you have just left. If you want to leave the woods, you have to use your home teleport or a travel map. Move on, hero, and try to find all the Twisted Woods, hidden clearings, and other secrets. What an unnatural notice. They are like telling you, uh, mm, okay, player, this next section of the game, you'll get lost in it. Interesting. Find Artaya's clearing. Okay, this is interesting. The game is telling us that we're going to get lost, people. We're going to get lost. Like we are going to play hamster in the labyrinth. In the crazy scientist's labyrinth. Okay. So what do I do besides getting killed? Interesting zone. I love the notice. Player, you're fucked. More or less is. Interesting, interesting. Is there an exit? The tree lamps that I have to use. We have to be like Tarzan in that sense, something like that. Now we all get naked and start going monkey style. It's an allegory to the developers of the game, or what? It's an allegory to the developers of the game. Now they want you to play Tarzan because it said find the slumps, the trees there. Let's see. It's an allegory. It's an allegory to the developers. At least the Chinese developers. Find Archaea's clearing. Damn it, this is so curious. This is so curious, people. There's a bit of enemy variety. If I get killed, where do I appear? Okay, the same map. Good. Let's see, let's see, let's see. There's no fucking exit. Supposedly there's no fucking exit. This shit. Alright, I interacted with it. What happens? And there an exit opened. I just then go to the exit point. Damn it, I feel like a little hamster in a lab experiment. This is so good. Let me check. Through there. It has to be through there. I mean, it's the only exit. Twisted Woods. It leads you to the same place. Nice labyrinth we are in, people. Nice, nice labyrinth. All connection attempts have failed. Damn. Damn, I feel so sad. No. All connection attempts have failed. You are well, the notice did say, people, that we were going to have a terrible time. What time is it? All connection attempts have failed. I love this. I love this. Umbra, Patrick, District, Ender, Playing Energies, Axis Nova. Anyone watching? I hope you are all watching this shit right here. All connection attempts have failed, player. You are fucked. What happens if I retry? Now let's see. Now this is interesting. All connection attempts have failed. All connection attempts have failed. All connection attempts have failed. It died. It died, people. I think it died. Fortunately, this didn't happen. If it was a labyrinth, if it was like a maze, fortunately this didn't happen. Once I was several floors into it in that sense. Retry. What the? All connection attempts have failed. Well, people, we are leaving it here. 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 This is way too much. Besides, if it's going to be a labyrinth and I'm going to go into it and it goes to shit, well, I don't know. All right, people, ladies and gentlemen, special thanks to Patrick. Special thanks to Patrick. To special thanks to Patrick. To Pillow and to District, to the three of you for participating today, for chatting with me. I deeply appreciate all of the chats. Special thanks to Patrick that you visit me every single day right at the beginning as I start the stream. It warms my heart infinitely. The same for you, Pillow, that you remember me, but especially infinitely to Patrick, and of course also to you, District. Always that you tell me that you it warms my heart that you watch the bots precisely, and I was mentioning to you that precisely Crowbar also you warm my heart that you watch the bots. That you have told it to me in the past, and everyone else. Well, we had a great week. I will try to do the poll as you suggested. District is, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea, honestly, to give you a lot of variety in that sense. I'll do one for the leisure gameplay and one for the normal reviews. Two for the normal review. Well, no, the one will be Diablo Immortal. One for the normal reviews for the game that will replace Titan Quest. And thank you from the bottom of my heart before I go this week to the 87th YouTube subscriber. Next week, I will display your message if the subscription was public instead of anonymous. From here, from my cell phone, I cannot see it if it was a user or not, but just in case, that is the idea. That is the idea. Um, that is the idea. That pretty much. I wanted to thank you. Thanks to the 87th YouTube subscriber. To the 87th YouTube subscriber from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to anyone who might have taken the time to watch this as a Twitch bot or YouTube bot in the future. Thanks for the amazing talks this week. And people, I know you will miss me, but see you all on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. It's been my pleasure not ending the stream like this. That, of course, no, not. But still, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Love you all. I love you all. And you make my days incredibly interesting. People, you are all incredible. I would have never hoped to have such amazing, mature people talking to me as an audience. It is a true great miracle that we also own it precisely to District, because otherwise, without Drakensang, really, a lot of you, not in your case, Pillow, because in your case, Pillow, you found me as I was playing Spellforce. In your case, and Crowbar as well, and Pekarin, when I was playing other more obscure games. So that has also a lot of merit. That's another topic. But to all of you, it is true that it would have never benefited any of us because you would have never met me. And I would have never met you, so it's absolutely incredible. My love to you all. Have a great weekend. Enjoy life, people. Enjoy life. Try to discern objectively good from evil, of course. Try to do it. Try to do it and have a good lives. I wish you all, in your case, Pillar, for example, that you mentioned about Poland and all of those things. I hope they all get solved and there's a peaceful solution and it never comes down to it and etc. So pretty much, people. It's been my pleasure. See you all next Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Love you all. Love you all. I enjoy your company a lot. Thankfully, my, as you all tell me, is enjoyable for you as well. Bye bye, people. Bye bye. Have a great weekend. Love you all. You can find me over at Discord, the ones that are there always, all the time, and that I play Star Wars Republic during the weekends after I finish my work. Yeah, you can find me. You can see that I'm online during the weekends at Discord.